everybody, and how are you? I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. I had quite a relaxing one, as well as doing a few things with my flowers. Before we start, I had a message from a lady asking me if I can do anything with any Easter eggs. Right, I've got Easter eggs in, I've got numerous ones, pics and everything. Unfortunately, my ribbon for the Easter ribbon still hasn't arrived. I've sent an email to the company and I'm waiting for a reply. Because they did say 3 to 5 working days for delivery, and it's now been, let me think, 9 days. So I'm still waiting. So I'm going to have to just use some other ribbon, because I haven't got enough of the Easter ribbon to make a bow. So I have left it a bit late to order, to stock up basically. My fault. And I also had a message from a young lady asking if I could do the bow on one of my videos, just to show her how to do the bows. So I've not got a problem with that either. So I haven't done my bow today, and we're going to do a wreath. Now I've sat here, it's got to be about an hour, and I have been going through everything, what to place on the wreath. I've got ornaments in my bucket at the bottom, anything and everything on top here, because I'm not sure which one I want to use. I just can't make my mind up. I really can't. I'm trying to go with the spring theme and the colours, or some of the colours what are on the Easter eggs. I'll show you the Easter eggs. I've got different ones, but I've chosen these ones with the stripes. And they're lovely, really pretty. I don't know if you can see. I've chosen those. I'll show you the ones that I've not chosen. Instead of those on the pics. Now I could easily use these on the wreath, and you know, but what I've got out, I don't know. I'll hang on, I'll keep them here and I'll show you when it comes to it. And I've also got some carrots out. Before we start the bow, I'll show you what we've got. I've got some carrots. Now on this I've even got some different carrots, but I've put them back. I can't make my mind up whether to use the sparkly ones on the pics or the material ones. I've got 5 of these. I've got some 2 green that I've placed back. Or these material ones, they just got fluff inside them. There's no pics on them. I'd have to attach my own pic. So I can't make my mind up with that. I thought, well, I've got no orange. I haven't got orange flowers out. So it may be those, because they go more with these Easter eggs. But then I have got orange on these pics. So, oh, it's been so... I'm not confused. I don't know what I'm doing. It's not that I don't know what I'm doing. I do know what I'm doing. It's just I can't make my mind up. So we've got those. Now I've got some little mushrooms, and little they are. I thought when I ordered them they was bigger, but they're not. They're only tidgy. They've got to be, oh, not even ½ an inch wide. Probably about 4mm wide. But they are so tiny, so I'd have to put pics on those, and basically, because the wire is on the mushrooms, so I just wrap it around the pic and then place a bit of tape on and maybe have a few sticking out the side. So I thought they were bigger than that. So there's that as well. Now I've got these, you know me wispy bits, guys. These are Easter picks. They've just got seeds on, all different colours for Easter. I've got a bucket full there. And I've been looking at these on the wreath. Shall I put these in as well? Oh, they're going all over the floor, so I've had to put a band round them. In fact, let me wrap that like that. So I can't make my mind up on those either, whether to add those for a bit of colour, Easter colour. Oh, my mind has been going tick, 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 tick. Just couldn't make my mind up. Now I've got a little bunny. This is mine. This is mine. It was given to me from a lady who's no longer around. And I think it's beautiful. So it's just made out of wool. It's absolutely really sweet. And a little flower dress on, because I do floristry. She put a little flower dress on it. She handmade it. She turns wool, and she hand makes little, well, did little characters. And I called her Geraldine. So with a little yellow flower. So I may just sit that in, I may not, because it is very sentimental. So now, oh gosh, I wanted to add some little spring little daisies. Now they are really tiny, and I just wanted to add in some of those as well, because I thought they would bring a bit of floral into it. I have got some poppies, very subtle colour with the I don't know, jagged edge, but they are beautiful. So I thought I could incorporate those. And I've got some of those of my little white, get it, little white roses. I may add some of those in. Guys, I have got everything hanging around me. There is that much you can do for Easter. And I've also got lavender. Now these are my offcuts. And I want to add the purple because we've got purple Easter eggs. I've got a pinky purple or lavender coloured if I use these carrots. So I've got those as well. Now I've got my pansies in pink. Now I can't make my mind up whether they're too much of a pink or not. I have got out some of my chrysanthemum, let's get this right, gerbera miniature Gemini sprays in white, because I couldn't make my mind up whether to add those in as well. Oh, it's been a really bad, you know, well, not bad, but picky day. Picky day. And then I've got my little daisies as well with their own foliage, and some which looks like eucalyptus foliage actually, but I've got those as well. Some have got just plain long leaves on them, but the majority of them have got, oh, I'm sticking to everything, I like that. So I think if anything I will add these, because I don't want it as big as I usually go. I say that, guys, but you know me. So that's those. Like I said, now I know what these are called. Lily of the Valley. I couldn't remember the other day on a video. Lily of the Valley. I've ordered some. I've ordered some the other day. So good, they're coming. So I've only got 3 of those. And then I've got some of these. This is Forsythia, but in pink. And I thought because we've got pink on pink, I don't think we've got, yeah, we've got a very pale pink on the eggs. I thought that might stand out. Who knows? And then this is part of a vine. I've just chopped a piece off. And I wanted to add something like this into it. It's not wired. So I want to add in, I can't remember what this is called, guys. I really can't. If you know, let me, you know, give us a message and let me know. But they're like little tubes, you know, or bells, I don't know. But I was thinking of adding some of those in. I want to try and stick to tiny flowers today, not big. So I've got that also. So let me just move all the flowers. So yeah, I don't want to go too big with the flowers. I have got some these left. I had a big bunch of these and this is all I've got left. Some where it's got a bit of heather and a stilby, not lavender, it is a stilby. Why I kept calling it lavender, who knows, but it is a stilby, guys, with some white, what looks like white ruscus, and some little, its own little foliage to go with it. And because they're like a very pale lavender, I thought there's the purple, they could blend in really pretty with those to go with the lavender that I have got. Now I've got out, gosh, they're all coming out of the elastic band. Some of my rubbery textured fern. I tend to put elastic bands on them when I'm here. Well, sometimes. Because they do fall off the table and then I don't want that to happen. But I've got some of my light colour. Because it's Easter, you know, pastel colours, I want to just, you know, bring in the pastel on these ferns. So I've got some of those. Now the crocodile fern I've got out as well in the light colour. So I thought we could add that around the wreath maybe, or if they look, could be, the reason I've got these, guys, because they look like what the carrot would grow in. I know they're not, you know, but when you're planting your carrots, it's like that. It reminds me of something like that. Or should I say that's wrong, isn't it? Like that. You could tell I'm not, I don't plant vegetables. My mum does, and my sister, but not me. I prefer flowers. But yeah, it reminds me of that, the spiky top of them. So, hence the reason I got out the crocodile fern. Now, I did get this out as well, with it being light coloured. Oh, I've got a lot of this. So, I thought, let's get maybe, you know, incorporate it in with the pretty pastel colours of the Easter eggs. But I also did get out my swirly grass as well. I thought, let's get some swirly grass again, maybe for the carrots to sit alongside or incorporate inside as well. And finally, I've got my oddments of my ficus. I haven't got my conifer today, guys, but I've got this because again, I thought that would look lovely embedded inside, and also the eggs inside the ficus would look pretty. So that is everything what I've got out on my workbench. Oh, it has been mind-blowing what to use. I can't believe it's took me an hour. Let's put that there. And let's get Geordie in there. But at the same time, I have got out some small carnations, pink ones. I brought out the smaller ones. Some have got, I think, aren't as open as the others, but I've got those out with them being a two-tone and pink around the edge. I did get a few of these out as well, just to add in with the colour of the lavender. And I've got a few in lilac with some buds, some peonies. I did get these out as well, some wild daisies, what they call on the tag bulrush, but we all know, well, that's not bulrush to me. I found one stem of this, so I don't know whether I'll put it back, because I thought, no, I'm not going to incorporate that. And again, as I say, these Easter eggs, and of course, for the movement, I'm stuck. My calla lilies, and I've also got out, oh my gosh, some wild poppies. I've got them in lilac. I just can't make my mind up today. Oh, I found another one, guys. Lily of the Valley. I found another one. Oh, but yeah, they are pretty. They really, really are, guys. So that's what I have today. I just went round with my bucket and just placed them all in and thought, oh, we'll put those aside just in case I'll have those. They might look better. So, oh, where's the stem on that? I'm a stem missing. Let's get an elastic band, hold these together as well. So it's been quite a choice. So, here we go. I bet you're screaming at the screen and saying, oh, pick that, pick that. I wish I could hear you. Because today, I would have everything, but I've got to take into consideration the colours of what I'm using for the decoration. So, our bow, like I say, there's a lady who would asked if I could do a bow. So the bows that I'm using, this is an offcut of end of a roll, and I thought this would be big enough. Now this has got little bees on it, but its majority of it is pink flowers, and with us having pinks, I thought that would look lovely for a springy effect. And then I've got the white daisies, with us having white daisies, I thought I could use that. I wanted to add a bit of hessian, because if I do add Geraldine, she'll you know, oh gosh, I can't think of the word, it'll go, you know, they'll balance together and they'll match. And then I've got a pink one with white daisies as well. So the order that I'm wanting to do them is the daisy, the pink, the hessian, and then the pink. As you know, I've gone, the wider ones are at the back. That's how I want to do it. So if this isn't long enough, I have got some more on a roll. So what I tend to do first, let's sit Geraldine by herself there. I dovetail the bottom of, before I start, of my ribbon. I fold it in half. For those who don't know, I'm sure you do. Fold it in half, and the folded edge there, I go down at a diagonal position to the edge, to the part what isn't folded, and I go, or the stitching should I say, at a diagonal position. So it's like that, and then when you open it, it's like that. So I got this, if you're wondering, it was only off Amazon. It was only very cheap. I did see the Easy Bow Maker, which was much more expensive, but I thought, well, they all do the same, so let's get one of these instead. I'm a bargain hunter, guys. So you decide on how long you'd like your tail end. I'm thinking around 8 inches, or no, maybe let's go smaller, 6 inches. So you place it in your bow maker, twist, so then your pattern, let's move these out of the way, is all upside down, so it's underneath. Decide on how long, because your bow maker has got numbers on here in inches. The Easy Bow Maker, I think, goes up to 7 or 8 inches. Mine only goes up to 6. But if I want it to go to 7, then I just place it on my mat here and add another extra inch. Because my mat is in inches. So I'm going to go, because we've not got big flowers, I'm only going to go at 5 inch. So once you place it back in, look for the number 5 on your bow maker. And if you think it's not staying in place, just put a little crease by just flattening it down. You don't have to. Twist again, so the pattern then becomes upside down again. And then go on to the other side where there's the 5 inch mark again. Bring it down to the bottom. Depending if you want 2 bows on either side, then you can twist it again. So your pattern is then upside down again. And then you don't have to measure this with the numbers on your board now, because you've got one at 5 inch. You can just measure it with the one underneath, and if it's the same, and put it on top the same, then that's correct. You know, then they're both the same length. And then twist it, and then bring it back round. Measure it with the one underneath here again, the other loop, and I only want 4. So then you get this, you don't twist it. You just bring it to however long you would like your tail end. I don't want them too long, so I'm just going to cut it around there. Place that there. And then sometimes, you know, majority of the time I'll put a dovetail in it again before I've put the next bow on. So then you can either start to manipulate your bow already or leave it flat. It's entirely your decision. I tend to do a bit of both, really. It doesn't matter. It's not going to do any different if you did it like this or not. So then I'm going to use this one. Usually I don't put a pattern on top of a pattern, so I could let's see, I've got a plain pink that I could use. To break the patterns up, just have a bit of a brighter pink. Do the same, fold it and go cut diagonally. Now then I'm going to bring this dovetail on this tail end on this side, the opposite side to the one I've just done. I'm going to bring it around the same length like that, and again I'm going to twist, and now you can either have it 5 inches again or you can go down to 4 inch. I'm going to keep it at 5, so I'll measure with the 5 on here, and if it's a bit too long, just pull this side to bring it down a bit so it's on the 5. And then twist. And then go back to the 5. That's on 5. And again, it depends on how many loops you would like. So then twist again. Measure it with the one underneath your loop that you've just done, so you don't need to measure it again on the board, just with the loop of the pink that you've just done. Twist for your 4th one, bring it back round, again measuring, and then don't twist once you've done as many loops as you want. I want it about here. Then I'll dovetail it. Again, I tend to do this. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So then that's that one. Again, if you want to fluff it up before, so then you've got your 2 flower ones there. Bring one of these pink in between these 2 daisy ones. Then you've got the other one that I've got here. I bring in between these 2 daisy ones. Then you've got this one. I bring it down here in between these daisy ones. And then this one in between those 2 daisy ones. That is how to position them, so like that. So then now we'll start with this one. Again, dovetail. So I'm going to bring it over here like that. Twist again. And then go to 5 inch again. Twist. I'm doing this slow, guys, so you can see it in a slower, because way than me just rushing with it and you're not seeing what I'm actually doing. Twist again. Now this loop here underneath, measure this loop with that daisy one you've just put in to make the 5. And if they're not, you don't think they're the same, put your fingers in, and if they both meet together at the top in the same place, then it's not right. But if they do, you've got the loops the same size. So then twist again from a final loop, because I'm having 2 loops on each side. Let's just check. And bring it down. Don't twist on the last one. If you want just 4, 2 on either side, and then you want a tail end. On the tail end you don't twist. So then now you've got your pink there and your pink here. So I bring the daisy one in between now the 2 pinks, and then bring this part of the daisy one now in between these 2 pinks, and then this daisy one in between these 2 pinks, and then this one in between these 2 pinks. So then now we've got the Hessian. Now I don't dovetail this because it does fray, so I'll angle it. Now some people, you see, as you can see, look, it's coming off, and I keep this here. I've got a lighter. Now some people, to stop it fraying, just go up and down, and that stops it from fraying. So now I'm bringing this one on the opposite side. So we'll go here, and this hasn't got any wire in, and I'm going to twist. Now with this, I'm bringing it in at 4 inch. The reason I'm bringing it in as 4 inch is because it's got no wire, and I want it to be, you know, in around the center, so it's not going to go floppy. So I've put that one in at 4 inch. I've looked at my board, it's at 4 inch, and then twist. Go back again, look at my board, 4 inch, twist. Always twist once you've done your loop. And then now I can measure it with this one here. And put that in, twist, and then measure it with the loop underneath. You can just place your fingers in, make sure it's the same, and then don't twist, because I've got 2 either side, and that is what I want. So then I'm going to measure this up with the length of that, like that. Oh, I didn't dovetail that very well. And again, I'm not going to dovetail this, and then I'll get just to stop it from fraying, like that. So then that is my Hessian. And then now my pink, which I'm going to do at 4 inch as well. Again, I dovetail, and I'm going to go this side. So the pattern is on the top, twist, and I'm going to measure it with the Hessian. Twist the pattern so it's upside down, measure it with that side, bring it through, twist again, measure it with this loop underneath. Again, easier to measure it if I can get my fingers in, like that, and then you know They're both the same. And then twist one more time. And there is your fourth. And then bring it down to where you'd like it to be cut. And then that is all my bows. So you can either, again, position all your ribbons before you start. And I'm just, again, making sure that they're all in the correct position. So they're like that on the board. Right, now I get a tie wrap or zip tie or cable tie, whatever you call them. And what I do is grab my ribbon from the bottom, so it's in my hand like that. I get my cable tie, I hold it with my forefinger there, and then bring it round the back. And just make sure I haven't twisted it. Got it the wrong way round. And then I just place it through. And before I pull it, I place a floral wire through the center of the cable tie. So I've got that, and then just, I don't pull my cable tie too hard yet, because I want to make sure that I can position all my ribbons where I'd like them to sit. Majority of the time I like to have my tail ends underneath. People, you know, each to your own preference. Some people don't like that, they prefer to have them just hang how they do when they're making it. You know, I don't mind doing a bit of both, really, if I'm being quite honest. I think it looks nice either way. And then that one. And I'm just positioning them into this area where I'd like them to sit. Again, I'm just fluffing them up. So then your bow looks like that. Isn't it pretty? And once you're happy with how your bow is, get your cable tie. Now I tend to use these because these will give it a much harder pull, especially if you suffer with, you know, hand problems. And then I pull it like that. cut it off, and then with my floral wire that I have underneath, I start to twist. Now when you twist, don't twist the floral wire because it can snap. The best thing to do is twist your bow instead. Just hold the floral wire and twist your bow. A few, 3 or 4 times, and that should be fine. And then just fluff it back up if you flattened it slightly, because on the back your bottom one should look like an X, and so should your next row and your next row and your next row. So I did the pink next, so as you can see that is in between these 2 ribbons. I did the pink here, as you can see that is in between these 2 loops, and so on. I did the pink there, and it is positioned in between the bottom 2 loops there, and so on all the way up to the top. I hope that helps. And again, just fluff it until you're happy. So here's our wreath. I know I went really slow on that, guys, but I wanted to do it for the beginners, because I have had some of the beginners who have private messaged me and said that they've watched people make bows but they just go too fast. So I like to sort of like take my time excuse me, so you can see it in slower motion. Well, I say slower motion, a slower speed should I say. Right, now I've got the bow, and I can either place it here, here, anywhere really where you think. So I think that looks quite nice. I also think at the top looks quite nice. So looking at what I've got, I want to place it here. So I'm going to go through the center of my grapevine with my one piece of my wire, and the other piece of wire I go in a different place through the center to where they meet up at the back, like that. And then I twist. Let me just get that through there. Don't want it to. And then I twist my wire at the back. As you can see, I just twist it like that, then get my cutters, and then there's a little bit of wire left where I've cut it. Then I do a U-bend and I press it back inside to the wire, inside the wreath, so it doesn't scratch on anybody's door or wall wherever they're going to be placing it. Then you can fluff up your bow a bit better once it's on your wreath. So there you go. So I'm just going to check, because I can't remember now if I pulled the camera up, or because I think I had to alter it. I may have to just alter the height of it, guys. Something like that. I'll keep checking it. Right, so that is that. So let me just get rid of all these out of the way, the ribbons and everything, so they're not on the table in the way. So there we have it. Right, so let's get started. What I'm going to do is put some of my oddments of my ficus around the side. Now you can decide whether you want it to be a half of an Easter egg arrangement or full. I want to, I think, start around here and finish around here. That's what I want to do today. And again, I'm not going to make this enormous. It's not like me, guys. You know me, I like my big. I just want to keep it relatively small to medium. That's what you can call it. Let's have a look. The oddments, those bits. That's all I wanted to basically do. I know it's probably took me about 40 minutes to do the bow, but again, people have said to me before, you know, that they've tried to watch bow videos and they've had to keep stopping it, starting it, because they've gone too quick. And if I could show them it in a more slower speed. So I'm just placing the ficus in a moment. I always see him when I'm doing wreaths to get something stuck on the easel. I may have to get a bigger stem for my ficus. I knew this would happen. Da, da. And again, always remember to go underneath your bow. That's just as important, even though you may not see it. I want to put smaller pieces in as well. You know what it is again, guys? The heater keeps coming my way and blowing everything around me, like the glue. These are just smaller pieces that I'm putting in. Again, underneath. Because I think the ficus is the main one that I'm going to be using for our boundary. I'm not going, you know, out any more than that. And I'm also just basically as well filling up little areas that will be there and on show. Make it slightly a bit bushier. And bring some on the second layer as well if you wish, before, you know, while you've got the ficus. I talk about the first and the second layer. And sometimes I bring the bits in just for the depth. I want one here and then that would be that with the ficus. So that's it with the ficus. I say this every time, especially to you new beginners. My style is quite big. Again, I can do small. I have done small. I've done really small. But I do, you know, you will find your own style. Like one of the ladies, her style is small. You know, everybody has their own style. And but even if I'm doing large and your style is small, you know, it's relative. It is the same. You can just pick up ideas on the placement, but on a smaller version. Right, I was thinking about, yeah, and so I do like large or big or but if the customer came to me and required a small, you know, arrangement, let me move this stool, then I will, you know, do what the customer is asking. Let's see, place it there. Now I'm putting some grass in, some wispy grass, some curly grass, just for the different texture. different movement, and also the contrast. These are, you know, push-ups. So yes, I always say that I'm not going to go big, but I just can't help myself. I really can't. I'm putting these on the first layer, guys, because I think if there was in front, because I've got the smaller, finer ones, these are quite, you know, these are covering. Why did I put that there? These are covering up or blending in with a few gaps there may be. Just look to make sure. Let me just check with these. I think it's going to be these, guys. I think these. I could stick those on the outer side. Then I do have these funky things. They'll have to go in as well because they need to go in amongst the back. Oh my goodness, what have I done here? Oh my gosh. Oh, is that it? Yeah. Let's just see. Now these are on paperback and they come singular like that, but they are wired from the bottom to the top. They are very bendy. That could add movement, but I think I'd have to put a few together. Oh my gosh, what's... And they tangle. They do tangle together. But as soon as you have them in your hands, if I just untangle those, they droop. So I think at that length, they may need cutting. Let me just try one where I've cut it. You can't really see them very well as much. What have I just done with that smaller one? Oh, there. And then place several of them together. Or I might not even place them in. See, I don't want to use too much because I want to be able to see. But I do think it's the bigger eggs. Let's just take one of the eggs out and place some of the eggs around. Maybe some on the inner side. But I do think it's the bigger carrots. I could place the odd carrot on the outer side. I don't know, we'll see about those. About the mushrooms. Are they okay? So yeah, it's these are, I don't know about them. I like my wispy bits, but they are bothering me. Now, is that? I have to keep trying with the eggs and things like that, just to make sure. I could place that in there like that, and I glue that onto there, so that looks like the carrot. I think I might do that. One, two. Let's get the carrot. Oh, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3. So, because there is nowhere to place this. But I do need the stem. So basically, I'll just try. I'm just placing, because it's got a piece of twine around the top, I'm placing the stem around the back, and I'm going through the twine instead of, you know, going through the actual material. And I'm just positioning them. That may want to go in a different position, like that. And I'm doing the same with this. So you want to be able to see it. I could bring that like that, guys. Let's have a look. I may just use 2 carrots. Place that one. And I've got the eggs. Oh, I say that I've just brought too much out, guys. Oh. Let me see. Take that. And just take some of these smaller pieces out, guys, just to see. Is that a big bit? I don't know about this crocodile fern now. these two together. There's times when you just change your mind. If I can get it. I'm going to take some of the smaller pieces out, not a lot. Is that at the front? Is that at the back? Just take those, place those there. I don't know about the crocodile fern now. Oh my goodness. You watch, I'll put it in my bucket and then I'll get it back out. Because I've got ruscus as well. And all the flora. Oh, I don't know, those pansies don't look very good. A bit too bright. Let me go through things. They're okay. Oof. A bit too bright. I'm trying to keep it basic. Well, I say basic. Maybe. Yeah. Let's just see one of these picks as well. Sorry guys if you can't see. Oh, I don't know now. Oh, let me show you this, guys. I'm just going to place it. Oh. You know, it's not it. Let me place it in. Look. Ignore the bow, I've flattened it as I've been trying things out. One, two, three. Let me stand over here. Yeah, I've got to use those. Let me try. No, something's doubting about those. I hope you're not screaming at the screen and saying use them. I'm just trying to keep it with tiny flowers. I want to perhaps use the bigger eggs around the side, then bring one there, one there. Oh, there's that many options when it comes to Easter. I love it. But then it starts getting confusing what you want to do. And bring that one in. Yeah. Do I add just one? One. Oh my good gosh. Now do I add? No, you see, this is how I tend to. Yeah. Sort out what I want to use. It's just how I do it, guys. I have to do a procedure where I think, no, little mushrooms, yeah, we'll add a few of those. It's just then so I know what I'm left with on my no, workbench, and I know what I'm going to then work with, maybe. And then there's these. Maybe. I want the daisies. Right, so I'm left with some. Let's move my bucket out of the way so I not look at it. Right, so what I'm going to do is place these in now. So I don't change my mind. And they're going to be in like that. I'm putting one behind the bow here. You won't see it as much, but I am placing one there. Because we need something also as a decoration. Because I work in odd numbers majority of the time. And then another one here. Sorry about that, guys. I had to sit and work it out because I've got that much at the side of me. I needed to know in what direction I was heading. And that's the sort of thing I tend to do. Right. Oh, they're here. I've just picked them up. Let's get some of these in around the sides as well. Just for the length. This is just a bit of fun, having a bit of decoration. Place it on here and bring the odd one down. That's bothering me. Right, let me just come and have a quick glance. I hope you can see. Just some Easter eggs. No. I'll use one of these instead for the support. And just place that one there. Let me just turn it around, guys, so I can see on the positioning. Yeah. Does it need to be a bit higher? We need to place it a bit higher. So remove the glue and on your wreath as well. You don't want to see a bit of dried glue there where you've just placed it. Go a slightly bit higher. So that's that. I've placed just one. So we do have our carrots now. And then these. They're still big. Oh my goodness, I am spoiled for choice daisies. I need daisies in anyway, so alright, I'm getting the carrots in. I have got a bigger bunny. I've got two bigger ones there what go on the wreath, but I'm waiting for my Easter ribbon to arrive, so I can use those bigger bunnies, the ones where the bottom sticks out through the wreath. So I am waiting for the ribbon of all things. So I'll have to check my email to see if they've got back to me when I finish work. I'll place one there. So let's just have a look. That one's upside down. Oh my goodness, I've even getting my carrots upside down. Oh, so is that one. Oh dearie me. Iris. Oh well, we'll leave it like that. I don't know about that. Gosh, everything's sticking to a jumper. It's one of those jumpers that it's that fluffy. Anything like the stilby, the grasses, or anything with sharp edges, it sticks, look, it just sticks to it. So where's that? I think I'm going to put a few of these in the centre where the bow is. Let's just wrap one of the stems around all three. Centre. Yeah. I always like to put something, a little bit of a decoration piece in the centre. Even if it's just a little flower, just something. And I've got these little daisies as well. I've got a lot of space I need to start to cover up. I don't need no more the eggs. No, I don't like those with them either. Gosh, aren't I fussy? Let me get some of these in. Now this is ruscus. This will cover up, just like the salal. Because I don't want to make this too compact. I want it to be quite airy. You know, I don't want it. I could, if I wish, I could go all out and place all little details in, and I just want it to be quite airy. I have had, you know, some customers who like it like that. They don't like it too fussy. They just like the airiness. And also some people like to also see the grapevine behind it, the woody effect. If you see what I mean. I want to place something there. Where's that small piece? No, it's got to be something with a bigger leaf, guys. It's very colourful. Do I use? I could. And this is something as well at the back. Let me get these small ferns in. It's missing it, I can see. When I stood away around the back, and I've cut down some small ferns. When I was doing something yesterday, just to cover that space, what I can see through. I've done Easter ones many a times, and oh my gosh, guys, my head, oh, it just goes round and round with all the ideas, because there's that much you can do. It's just unbelievable. Let me just have a look, because I won't be happy until I see what's missing. Now I'll tell you what's playing on my mind, guys, is here. Excuse my head. Now it's better. I've had that problem before where it's just sticking out, and again I want this to be airy, guys. I don't want to be with the leaves at the back. I don't want it to be compact, you know, where it's full and you can't get, you know, nothing more in, or where it's, you know, full leaves at the back. I don't want that. I want foliage that you can see through, and that's what I'm trying to represent with it. So let me put some palm in. Because I'm not happy. I'm really not happy, guys, and when I'm not happy I will keep going until I am basically. I don't like, when I stood away, I don't like the blandness around the back. It needed something. It was too airy for my liking. I wanted to keep it airy, but not to that extent. I needed something else. Now let me see if that's too big. Way too big. Way too big. Now I want it around. Let me just pull it back out. I want it to be about there. So I'll take that off. And measure with these. The same. And this is how I get them all the same height, by measuring and then looking where I stripped the leaves off, and then do the same on the opposite, on the others. I've got 2 lighter colours in as well. But if I bring 2 lighter ones in, then we've got a variety of tones. So let's cut them. Right. So we'll start, go back here. Again, I don't want it. You know me, guys, I like big, but I want to keep the boundary around the height of what the ficus is. I think this video probably gone on for 3 hours today. So sorry, everybody. Oopsie daisy. Forced that a bit too much. Let me just cut that. Oh, I don't like twigs. Right, again, let me just pop myself around the front. Right, that needs to be bending down slightly. And then that one needs to be bending slightly up to fill that space. That's better. Much better. Just want this. Right, let's just have, you can see blue strings. Now it's the ruscus. I want to just place the odd bits around here, so while it's facing me, guys. Again, I could put Salalin or Calais or anything like that, but I'm choosing not to. You know, I want the area foliage. And let's get one of those eggs popping through it. Like that. I think I could do something more there. I'm going behind the eggs with one as well because I want to bring some of it through. Oh, one of my eggs have dropped off. Oh my goodness. We can't have that. Less to chomp on. Right. Oh guys, this is just too much. It's got to have another 2 in. It's just got to follow it through. Because I won't be happy. And I can't help it. I'll show you when I've done and you'll agree. I know you'll agree. Adding a few more Easter eggs. Are you in agreement with me, guys? That's what is needed. It was lacking some around the bow. I think there's another one I need, if I'm being quite honest. One just above the bow around 10 o'clock. Here. So I may cut this one down. Can I move one of these off the bottom? Yes. And place that on that. Oh, I've got 2 spare prongs. Lovely jubbly. Oh my gosh, these are a bit faffy. And one of those bigger ones. Oh my gosh, my fingers are all... Oh my gosh. Let me get the glue off my fingers. Sticking to everything. Right. Let's get that one on there. Cut those two prongs off at the bottom. No, I don't need those. Yeah, it's needed. It's gonna be needed. Because I kept saying to myself while I'm doing it, guys, and I'll be honest with you, you know, I'm an honest person. I don't think I want flowers because it's an Easter egg thing. Wreath. I just feel like I need more eggs, Easter eggs, and that's what I just kept telling myself. Because I could have done it anyway, and I think that's what's been bothering me, looking at all the flowers and when it's, you know, the Easter time, I like the decorations, you know, the ornaments and that you can place in. You know, I think that's what it's about. I'm just looking at the flowers. Oh yeah, I'm more happy with that. I'm much more happy with that. It's a shame that they haven't delivered my ribbon. It is a really big shame. I don't want those in now either. Let's just see. Where's that other one? Just with the smaller roses. That actually looks quite nice. Now just the daisy. I cut the daisy, didn't. Which one do I choose? No, it's not the daisy, because I'll show you. I'll place it there. Look at it from the side. It may look pretty, but now look at it from the front. Can you see it? No. The foliage blends in nice, but against the Easter eggs, it just doesn't. This one anyway, the size of it just doesn't seem to blend in. Well, it blends in, you know, but I think it's too small. So I think if I had anything like that, I would have placed it up around the back. Now by placing the little rose, the size, going by the size of it, you can see it, and I think the size of it blends in better. And plus again, adding a bit of white, if I dot these around, brings it alive. So I'm just going to dot them. I'm not going to place them in yet. Again, I have somewhat different lengths. Some coming out. One slightly in. Got to try and get it in. Stopping that. I'll show it you one moment. I just wanted to place them and see if you agree with them, the white little roses. Oh. I turn it round really gently because I just don't want them to fall out. Right, let me come and have a look. Now, don't you think that blends in better and it brings, you know, the colours more alive? I do. I sure do. I'm just going by, excuse my head, guys. Just have a bit of that sort of greenery in to go along with it. Again, I don't want to do too much to it. I want to be able to see the eggs, and it was the floral that was bothering me. I didn't really want to put floral in as I went a bit more with it. You know, I started changing my mind. Not because I didn't, again, I say this all the time, not because I didn't know what I was doing and I'm not professional at my job. I am professional at my job. It's just that there's that many ideas that was going through my head. I just, something had to, as I was going along, just set me into a direction. That's what, you know, sometimes when I say to him, we're going to go by ear today, I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll start it and let's see what happens. It was one of those moments. I could put these daisies on the outer side, so I'll keep those out a moment. It was, yeah, it was, so it was one of those moments I needed just something. And again, two of the stems for the eggs, I could see it wasn't enough, and I could see I needed more. So I'm not going to put the poppies in either. As much as they may look pretty, no, they don't go with it. Gosh almighty, what's happened here? So these didn't go with it. I just got things out for basic backup, you know, just to see what would look better with it as I went along. And again, I could tell. Sometimes, you know, again, I do make I do make mistakes. But sometimes as I'm going along, I have a plan in my mind, but then my plan changes, and the only reason it changes is because the look of the arrangement changes. So it's like I really wanted to put these in, but I've got no red. I've got nothing in there that's red. I mean, I've placed them in the centre, but I've got nothing else that's red. So, again, I'm disregarding that. so that doesn't go in either. And I've got ruscus here that I may want to place the odd bits a bit more around as filler, so I'll hang on to those. So let's get our roses in. So if I just start from where I started, so now I can see where I wanted them placed. And one there. And at the back. Again, and right from the beginning, I did want to make it airy. I wasn't going to change that about it. I did want it slightly airy. Now, a lot of my wreaths that I like doing are really got a lot of foliage in. A lot of foliage. You know, sometimes I tend to like to put 5, 6 different foliages in, maybe more. I have done 11 before, but on this occasion I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5 different foliages, but I've picked the foliage out that's airy. I haven't picked the foliage out that's a solid leaf. Again, I didn't want that. I do tend to like, I mean, if people ask me, again, customers, I do their orders to their requirements. I don't, you know, take over and say, oh, it'd be better like this, you know. If the customer said they wanted a compact Easter wreath, then I'd give them a compact one. I think I need one here. But, you know, again, this isn't for a customer, this is for my video. Oh, stuck. Okay. That's alright, I'm catching the glue before it sticks onto anything. That's where I wanted the ribbon. Again, I will straighten up the ribbon. Now, I need to just place the odd one. Well, let me just place one in first before I cut any more. I said I didn't really want flowers, it was telling me not to, but these, because they're a bit like the calla lily, with these, see, I don't even think it adds anything else. Let's place it here. It might be that I've been in the wrong position. Now I think that looks better there. Because usually I say, for you new beginners, people have asked me how do I know when to stop when I'm doing an arrangement. And my answer to that is, if it doesn't add any more interest or you know, to your arrangement, or any wow factor, anything like that, as you're adding other things to it, then that's it, stop. If it does carry on adding, you know, a bit of wow factor, then keep going until it doesn't. That's how I tend to know, or I know when to stop. I think one there. Around there. Let's have a look. Or in front, maybe in front of the fern. Something needs to go in front of the fern. A bit of ruscus. Yeah. So I'm going to add those. Let me just get this ruscus in. Just in front of the fern, because that was missing something. It was, you know, there was nothing there for it. So let's position these, because these are push-ups, so I like to position them so they are, well, majority of them anyway, so they are flopping over like that to one side, and then it gives that arch shape. My eggs have dropped off again. We can't be doing with that. Where's that one come from? that one come from? I can't even see it. Oh, let's stick it on its own pick. Where can we put that there? Why not? Let's place it under here. Right, where did I get to? So that is that. I know I've got these ruskers. I'm not going to put these in, guys. Not today. Not today. I'm going to place this ruscus in where I've just seen it needs it. A bit there, yeah, just under here. I keep hearing my cat, and I know it's him. I don't think I'm going to put Geraldine in. I think she's not needed. Excuse me. Where can I just put this last in? Anywhere behind the bow, yeah. I'm just making sure no glue strings, what I can see. There's one. Right, let me just turn it to you and I'll do my duty and I'll... Right, let me just come out because you can't see all of that. Right, I'm zooming out, guys, one moment. Oh my good gracious me. Right, let me just... stand back. Right, yeah. I'm not going to put anything else in it. Again, I wanted it to be airy. I didn't want it to be too compact. Hence the reason I've not put in full leaves. You know, like the willow, the eucalyptus, the aspidistra, um, the conifer, because that's quite full and compact, and that wouldn't have gone with it as much as I love it. And again, the eucalyptus, silver dollar, or you know, the big stemmed longleaf ruscus, or anything like that, or the, you know, the salal and things like that. Because I wanted, you know, I've got foliage that you can see through, which is what you call airy, like the grass here, the fern, the ficus, you know, this other fern here itself. You got this as well, you can see through it, it's wispy, and your ruscus as well, you'll see here where you can see through it, and that's what I needed. I know it took me quite a while, guys, to get, it wasn't get motivated, that's the wrong word, get the actual idea in my head, because I got that much I'd brought out. I think I confused myself. Usually I know what I need and everything, but the thing is, I'd got that many ideas going around in my head, so I was going with it a bit, so to speak, and you know, hoping that, you know, something would pop up in my head, as well, not hoping, I knew something would pop in my head, as I was going along. But I definitely knew I wanted the airy feeling, and I got all these flowers that I'd brought out. I think that was what was getting to me when I was trying to think of the Easter theme, and it's eggs, you know, bunny rabbits. I mean, I've got Geraldine here, bless her, but she's tiny, so I could have sat her here, along here, you know, somewhere, bless her. And for the carrots, so I put the tiny daisies at the back instead, or nearer to the back. And by only getting out 3 stems of the eggs, it wasn't enough. And I kept thinking to myself, the flowers just don't go with the colourful eggs, and that what was throwing me. And then it just came to me, I need more eggs. I just need more eggs, and get rid of the flowers. Get rid of the flowers. And that's what I've done. I'm so sorry about the bow. I'm quite annoyed that the company have taken 9 days and they still haven't delivered, when they said 3 to 5 days delivery. But again, I will get back onto them. Oh, I've not put that one in. I will get back onto them and see if they sent me an email, because I have sent them one, just to make sure, because I don't like being messed about when it comes to, you know, I've got things I need to be doing, and I need things to do it, so to speak. So yeah, I'm not very happy with that, but other than that, I know it needed more eggs, but I hope you like it. I like it. It's the bow. Not that the bow isn't done properly. It's the pattern on the bow. The pinks, you know, well, the pink and the hessian, the pale pink, well, the bold pink and the hessian, that's fine. But I wanted Easter eggs, and to go with the theme. Once I've got those ribbons come through, then I will change the bow. And by changing the bow, and I will show it you once the ribbons arrive. Hopefully, it'd be nice if they came today. But so, you know, if you can remember what it looks like now with this bow, when the bows do arrive, I will show you what it's like by changing the bow to the Easter egg, and it will make it better. You know, like I say, add more interest. I've just made this bow just for like a replacement until my Easter egg bows arrive. Because again, I haven't got enough to make bows because I used a lot of them last year, so I haven't got enough to make 5-inch loops. Perhaps a 2 to 3-inch loop, but that's not going to show. That's going to be hidden within the arrangement. So this is a backup until the bows come. Then again, when they do, guys, I will change it and I will show you the difference. You know, I'll do it while I'm doing a video before I, you know, and show you what I've done or what I'm doing. But until then, guys, please subscribe, share and like. My cat's walked in. I knew it would eventually. You know, and give us a like and just give us a little comment as well, and share to your friends and family or colleagues or anybody really. And I'm so glad that you're watching my videos. It's really very touching, and the new subscribers that I've had over the weekend as well. Welcome to you all. I hope you enjoy watching the videos, and I've forgotten your names, so sorry, but I will write them down and then I will say them in tomorrow's video. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And what time are we on? Oh, it's nearly 4 o'clock, 20 to 4 in the afternoon. So I'm finishing. I'm having a 20-minute early finish. Job done. So I'll see you all tomorrow, guys. Take care. Have a wonderful evening and keep creating. Bye. Oh, I'm going to do a close-up as well. So one moment. Right, let's see if I can take it off without it snapping. Oh my goodness, I've learned how to do it. Oh, there's my... Hey, leave Geraldine, get off. You don't touch her. Right, that is it as you get closer up. There's my glittery carrots. There's... No, get off Geraldine. There's my swirly grass. And the fern behind it here. And then the palm. With your variegated ficus. And your little daisies. And your bigger eggs there with the... I don't know what you call it, like... I don't know, little seeds on them or something, coloured seed. And then the egg, you know, the Easter eggs picks that I've got, and the little roses. I've incorporated the eggs inside at the back as well. So, and then brought some of the ruscus through here, so it looks like the eggs are behind as well, to give it that fuller look. And then I've got the squishy squashy carrot in the check pink as well, which I've added a bit of that on the top where the leaves are. And then as I come down, you know, the carrot is again, and the eggs, as you can see, look through there, the eggs are at the back as well. And the same here. And the bow, I'm not happy with the bow, guys, but again, I will change that once mine gets delivered. And I'm going, if I haven't heard anything today, I'm ringing them up first thing tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and it gives you some idea on what to do. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? Coughing. My cat's just coughed. My cat's just coughed. Oh, that was weird. It just sounded like what we do, guys, when we cough. Oh my goodness. Weird. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Molly, you just coughed. Yeah. So again, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Love you lots. Bye.